Rachel, and I'd like to welcome you to another one of Sybil's Teacher Tip videos. Today we are going to focus on our Atmosphere Student Activity Pack. The first activity is called Layers of the Atmosphere. Students will need their student activity guide, a pair of scissors, and their atmosphere diagram. The diagram on one side says kilometers and on the other side says miles. The first thing students are going to do is take their student activity guide and cut out the 10 different cards that are located on the right hand side. Then, using the information that they currently know, place them on the atmosphere diagram at the height that they believe the event occurs. It's totally okay that students don't know the answer. We want them to think about it, wonder, be curious, take their best guess. In part 2, teachers will give students information so that they can research and figure out exactly where those events occur. At the end, they should discuss where in the atmosphere most of those events occur and why they believe they occur there. In activity 2, students get a chance to look at properties of air. Their first part is an engineering challenge. Students should take their tall cup, fill it 3/4 of the way full with water. They were going to need a 1-ounce cup, their 2-sided square, craft stick, rubber band, and some cotton balls. Their challenge is to submerge a cotton ball without getting it wet. To do this successfully, students should take a piece of their double stick tape, put it inside the cup, put in the cotton ball on that piece. We're going to use the craft stick as a handle and attach it to the medicine cup. Okay. It should look like this. We've also provided a picture on the teacher tip and helpful hint sheet as well. When they go to do this, have the cup flat, take the apparatus and place directly down and come back up. When they do that, the cotton ball is dry. In the second part of the activity, Rise and Fall of Raisins, students get a chance to explore how air pockets move. The raisins represent different air pockets. To do this activity, take their tall cup and fill it about 3/4 of the way full with a clear, diet-free soda. They're then going to take some raisins and cut them in half. If it's a large raisin, it's okay to cut it in smaller pieces. They're going to take those raisins, drop the pieces into the soda, and then record their observations. Now, if students don't have soda, but maybe they have a carbonated beverage like a sparkling water, that works as well. But during this time, they'll get to see that the raisins will rise and fall just like pockets of air do. The third activity is called Cycling of Water. In this activity, students get to explore how water moves in and out of the atmosphere. To begin, they will need to take a 1-ounce cup, fill it with water, and let it freeze. For part 1 of the activity, take the hinged deli container, open it up, take a 1-ounce cup and fill it with water and place it on one side of the container. Then seal the container. Then take the ice that they created and put it on the other side. They'll take the whole system and place it in the sun. They can do this in a windowsill or outside, whatever is easiest for them. They should watch this. After they have given it about 10 minutes, they should start recording their observations and continue to come back to it over a course of multiple hours. At the end, have them describe what's happening, but also explain how do they think that the water got to the inside of the container that will be sitting underneath the ice. In part 2 challenge, students get the opportunity to see if they can move more water than they did in part 1. Initially, the setup will be the same. They have the container, they have a 1-ounce cup with water, and then they can seal the container. Using only black construction paper or adding more ice cubes, they can design how they would like their new setup to look. Once they have it complete, they should sketch their setup and then monitor until those ice cubes on top melt. After they have completely melted, they should resketch their design and compare it to what they saw in part 1. For part 3, model the atmosphere, students will be looking at a diagram of their setup. This is the setup they have been using for the entire activity. In this picture, they should then label the coldest air inside the container, the boundary between the coldest and the warmest air, the places where there is the most water vapor, least water vapor. They should use arrows to indicate the movement of the water vapor, and then label something that would represent clouds or rain. After they read the small paragraph below, they should go back in and label where they believe high and low pressure is located. And that is our Atmosphere student activity pack.